Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome back to our exploration of what RWBY characters might be like if they were summoned as heroic spirits. When we left off, we had completed the heroic spirits for Blake Belladonna and Ruby Rose. Now without further ado, let us complete Team RWBY. Yang Xiaolong. Though most well known for her skill in hand-to-hand combat, Yang Xiaolong was also very skilled with riding a motorcycle, and as such, she is qualified to be summoned under the Rider class. When summoned under this class, Yang's parameters are Strength rank A, Endurance rank B, Agility rank C, Mana rank C, Luck rank D, and her Noble Phantasm is ranked at B. Her class skills as a rider are Magic Resistance and, as one would expect, Riding. Her magic resistance is quite low ranked, given her legend is less connected to fighting magic users than those of other members of her team. Her riding skill is ranked at a C+, for while she is not particularly skilled in riding most things, when riding a motorcycle, this skill is comparable to those of the A ranking. Her personal skills under this class are Ignite rank C, Independent Action rank C, and Battle Continuation rank C. The Ignite skill under this class is only ranked C, due to this form being less connected to Yang's semblance. Despite not being an archer, Yang has gained the Independent Action skill, due to her common rejection of authority and wish to not be controlled by the likes of Ozpin. And finally, her Battle Continuation rank C is in part connected to her semblance. By her very nature, Yang needs to take damage to be at her best, and as such, even when taking heavy wounds, she is able to continue fighting. Finally, her Noble Phantasm is Sting Bumblebee, a rank B anti-unit Noble Phantasm. This is her motorcycle, allowing her to keep up with even the fastest of heroic spirits despite only having a rank C agility. When releasing its true name, Yang is able to overload it with mana and send it crashing towards an enemy. While this will result in fairly heavy damage to said enemy, it will also mean she is unable to summon Bumblebee for the rest of the war. As such, it is risky to use this Noble Phantasm in this way. While Yang's legend does contain her skills as a rider, what is more well known is her ability as a brawler, and the anger she would often showcase while fighting. Due to this, she is able to be summoned as a Berserker. While summoned as a Berserker, Yang's parameters are Strength rank A, Endurance rank B, Agility rank C, Mana rank D, Luck rank D, and her Noble Phantasm is ranked A. While her Mana has ranked down from her previous form, her Noble Phantasm has ranked up. The only class skill Yang has as a Berserker is the Mad Enhancement. While this skill would normally increase a servant's parameters at the cost of losing one's sanity, Yang never truly lost her mind in battle, and as such, this skill is only ranked at an E-, not giving her any boost to her parameters, but also not making her lose her sanity, though it does make her a bit more battle-hungry than she might otherwise be. She retains the same personal skills as her last form, but also gains the riding skill as a personal skill. While her independent action and battle continuation remain the same rank, Ignite has ranked up to A, due to this form being more connected to her semblance than her rider form. And while she has gained riding as a personal skill, it has ranked down from her previous form. Her Noble Phantasm in this form is Burn, Ember Celica. This anti-unit self-rank A Noble Phantasm, while named after her gauntlets, is in reality the crystallization of her semblance. It functions much in the same way as her semblance did in life, her being able to absorb damage and transform that damage into power. However, due to her being a spiritual entity, this Noble Phantasm can work in a particularly powerful way. Instead of relying on her aura to absorb the damage, she instead relies on mana. And so long as she is able to recover after a battle, she will be able to continue storing that damage for the entirety of a Holy Grail War. And if she is able to make it through many battles, absorbing the damage as she goes, then she will be nigh unstoppable in a final showdown. Weiss Schnee. Though most known for her hereditary semblance allowing her to create glyphs, Weiss Schnee was also a very talented swordswoman in life. This skill with a blade allows her to be summoned as a Saber. When summoned as a Saber, Weiss's parameters are Strength rank C, Endurance rank C, Agility rank B, Mana rank B, Luck rank E, and her Noble Phantasm is ranked A. Her class skills as a Saber are Magic Resistance and Riding. She has a fairly good magic resistance due to having experience in fighting the Maiden Cinder Fall. Her riding skill, while very low, does have an exception. While it is normally only ranked at a D, if she has the chance to ride any creatures that resemble those she was able to summon in life, it will rank up to a D++. Weiss's personal skills are Glyphs, Siren Song, and Frozen Emotion. Her glyphs in this form are only rank C, only allowing her to use the most basic of platform glyphs and none of her glyphs' more varied abilities. This is due to this form being focused on her legend as a swordswoman rather than her hereditary semblance. The Siren Song skill, ranked C, is born from her legend also connecting to her talent as a singer, and her Frozen Emotion skill, ranked D, comes from her time of being the Ice Queen in Beacon. Her Noble Phantasm is Armor of the Phantom Grim, Armagigas. While this form of Weiss is incapable of summoning, this Noble Phantasm is a variation of it. An anti-unit self-Noble Phantasm at rank A, Armagigas allows Weiss to shroud herself in the armor and blade of her first summon. While this Noble Phantasm is active, her strength and endurance are treated as A rank. This is particularly helpful if she is made to fight as servants such as Heracles or Siegfried, as this will allow her to bypass the armor of Fafnir or Godhand, meaning she'd be able to damage them when she normally could not. I would like to say thank you to TehShraid for letting me use this concept in art. Be sure to check out their Twitter for more of their wonderful art. Link in the description down below. Finally, Weiss can be summoned in one other form. While she was not truly a magic user in life, her glyphs were varied and resembled magic enough to qualify her to be summoned as a caster. When summoned as a caster, all of Weiss's physical parameters have ranked down. Her strength and endurance now rank D, and her agility only rank C. However, her mana has ranked up to A, her luck has remained at E, and her Noble Phantasm in this form is A+. As for class skills, Weiss is a bit odd for a caster. Much like Gilles de Rais in his caster form, she has lost the item construction skill in exchange for her Noble Phantasm. However, her territory creation is ranked at EX, for whatever she defines as her territory is then treated as Schnee Manor, allowing her to know whatever happens in its vicinity, representing the security cameras she used to prove her father guilty of his crimes. Her personal skills have changed a bit. While her Siren Song and Frozen Emotion skills have remained the same rank, her glyphs have ranked up to A, allowing her to use the full range of their abilities. And she has gained the riding skill that she had in her Saber form. And this riding skill becomes much more useful given her Noble Phantasm of this form. That being the Sword of Summoning, Murtmaster. This anti-unit ranked A+ Noble Phantasm is the crystallization of the strongest ability Weiss's semblance had, summoning. With this Noble Phantasm, Weiss is able to summon any of the creatures she was able to summon in life. Along with this, if she is able to defeat any monsters or phantasmal beasts while she is summoned as a heroic spirit, she will also be able to summon them. And that is all of Team RWBY, and the heroic spirits they'd be able to be summoned as. Did you enjoy? Do you have any thoughts on how these heroic spirits could have been different? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And subscribe if you would like to see more characters from the RWBY universe if they were summoned as heroic spirits. Till next time, safe journeys, my friends.